Thank you to the presenter, Healthway Medical, for allowing us this opportunity to share our story with you. So our story might be your story as well. But first off, how many know 3M? Please raise your hand. Oh, that's good. Of course, you know Scotch-Brite. You know Post-it notes. But do you know that you're never 3 meters away from 3M? And I'll get to healthcare a little bit down the road. Whenever you go down that busy traffic, most of the reflective road signs goes, go to SLEX Carmageddon or LEX, that's 3M. Those who have mobile phones, chances are there's a 3M technology inside of that. But even in healthcare, when you get your IV, so last night I was in the ER, having myself tested for dengue, and thankfully I don't have one. So I think it's by fate that I'm here today, healthy, speaking at the Health Summit. So in the ER, when you get your IV, then after the IV or intravenous, they'll put a tape with the cotton buds, right? Chances are that's 3M, that's micropore. The doctors will have the stethoscope that has this cursive L. Most of them. That's the Littmann stethoscope. That's 3M. But today, though, I won't talk to you about our products. I'll get to share with you our story, a story that all of you in your organizations might be encountering. Story about our people, our story about our growth. But firstly, maybe a little bit more about our company.
Innovation.
Strengthening communities. Changing the world for the better.
Our vision, our culture, our people.
It begins with our vision. 3M advancing every company, enhancing every home, improving every life. 91,000 curious and capable people. 4 fundamental strengths that we constantly build on to create value for customers and shareholders. 46 groundbreaking technology platforms. Advanced manufacturing. Capabilities around the globe. And a brand that's one of the world's most trusted. When you bring together these strengths with so many curious minds, amazing things happen. Patients get better faster and go home sooner. Electronics shine brighter, homes and workplaces transform, and businesses and industries advance. A proven pathway to consistently outstanding performance, all while making investments for the future. Developing our people, optimizing our portfolio, investing in research and development, transforming 3M today so we can create a brighter tomorrow.
At 3M, we're inventing the future.
We're unleashing the potential of all of our employees.
I can make a difference here, not just for the company, but for the world.
As accomplished as 3M has become, we are only getting started. Because just as our curiosity is boundless, so is our potential.
So that's 3M. But what you will notice that it didn't talk about products. It talked about 2 things. Or it showed 2 things. One, the diversity of this organization. It's a very diverse organization, right? Coming from different nationalities. Secondly, that video used the word people a lot. Because it's when a company, an organization learns to harness the people, that's when magic happens. And that's a story I have for you today. So it's not in the monitor, okay. Okay, so maybe I'll stay here. So while 3M has been in the Philippines for 50 years, our organization, Suki, myself, and our pioneers here, was asked to set up a new organization, a shared services organization. Now it's composed of more than 500 talented employees who come from very diverse backgrounds. Our gender ratio is fairly equal or very neutral. They're experts in different fields. But now you bring a diverse people, very energetic, very passionate. Most of them even millennials. I get on-the-job training at home with 2 Gen Z daughters, a 16 and a 22-year-old. And they want to conquer the world. And if you know how to tap into that, then they will give you a lot more. But how does this happen? There's tremendous effort that we need to do as leaders and as an organization. We can never ask them to stay forever. But the question in our minds is, how do we make it more difficult for them to leave? Right? How do we make them choose to play a more active role in our organization's success? The answer we found in a question. And the question was, they'll probably give it more, they'll give it their all, or give it a shot if they find that the company genuinely cares for them. So think about that. It's not about giving easier targets. It's not about giving work that's easier. It's about them being felt, making them feel important. That it's beyond the dollar figures or the peso figures. It's beyond that financial charts. It's more about people. So all of us want to unleash this talent, unleash the potential of this organization. And in 3M, a disclaimer, we have not found the recipe of success, right? This is a constant learning for all of us. But for us, we found maybe 4 elements. Total rewards, a good work environment, some flexibility in how they work, and empowerment. So in 3M, well, Suki, our HR leader, we have a total rewards philosophy. Of course, we have, no kidding aside, total compensation will always be very important, right? They want to provide for their families. But the challenge for us is, when we already give better than fair pay or compensation, we need to understand what are the other motivators. They're different individuals. Aside from pay, there are different reasons we need to find out of what will make them stay. Promise, you know that. Giving more money is not the solution. Giving a holistic approach is. So it can be anywhere from giving them more meaningful work content, an opportunity for career growth, recognition they like. Employees like recognition and being rewarded, and being affiliated with a stable company. A fundamental need, caring for employees' well-being. That's what matters most first. So in 3M, we recognize that we need to give paid time off. So we give paid time off of up to 200 hours, depending on your tenures. And we encourage them to take leaves. We encourage them to use up their leaves because we have the belief that they have to reset and recharge. We're giving them sick leaves of up to 120 days half pay and 90 days full pay. And this was never abused. The philosophy is, we want our employees to believe that when you want to get better, when you need longer time to recover, the company will allow you to focus on that and not having to worry about, where will I get my income? How do I bring food on the table next month for my kids? The mental wellness is as important as the physical wellness, right? We also provide counseling, face-to-face or 24/7. A 3Mer or any of their family member can call this line to talk about grief counseling, financial problems, marital problems, personal issues. They just need someone to talk to. And oftentimes, it won't be the boss. It won't be the colleague. And those will be confidential information. Also, we recognize the office is, in a lot of these days, because of traffic, they spend more time at the office than they actually do at home. Correct? Agree? You guys probably do that as well. If I can only bring a bed to the office, I will. But next to bringing a bed, what did we try to invest? And remember the word invest, because I heard cost later. I'll talk about that. We gave them all motorized height-adjustable desks, so they can sit and stand during the day, which is more reduced fatigue and more healthy for them. We have an on-site clinic. We built a small gym with massage chairs at portions of the office to relax any time of the day. We have a meditation room for them to dial down and be mindful. They need time to reset. They need time to clear their head. And recognizing we're a diverse company, we have a prayer room to give respect to our colleagues who need to pray at certain portions and times of the day. We encourage people to talk and not work in silos. So we have a lot of collaboration areas at the office. And just to help a little bit with transportation, we have shuttle service in and around BGC. Oops. Traffic. Our colleague here spoke about traffic. It is horrendous. Recognizing, feeling the pain of our employees, 2 to 3 hours, one way every day. It's beyond crazy. Right, Richard? So we looked at options that we can do. We provide flex time. They can come in anywhere from 6 to 9. So that when they want to come work early, they start work at 6. If they need to bring their children to school first, they can start work at any time before 9. We offer an option for compressed work week. Some of them go home to the provinces over the weekends. So giving them the opportunity to spend more time with their families in the province is good for them. We do day in lieu, earn leave credits. So they can accumulate and then use that for long vacations as well. And we're working on now with our General Counsel Ryan and HR Suki, we're working with PESA to provide work from home once a week starting January, which helps, again, the employees with transportation issues. Because our belief is when you trust people, their productivity goes up. It's our behavior, right? Pag tayo pinagbabawalan, lalo tayong pasaway. But if we feel we're trusted, we give it a little bit more. Correct? Agree? But, so those are all maybe corporate driven. I mean, leadership, we will sign the check, we'll make decision, but it's when we empowered employees to organize programs for their colleagues that transformation occurred. What do I mean? So it has to be a partnership. We have to coach them and teach them, treat them like adults, that it's not your parents who's going to do everything for you. It's not your leader who's going to do everything for you. You have a role to play here. You have to be responsible and accountable. And be genuinely caring for your colleagues as well. So, we empowered our employees. Go organize, because you are a very diverse group with different needs, different interests. Who is in a better position than organizing for your 500 colleagues than you? So we organized a 3M Club. It's composed of people from various departments. The leaders of the company are no longer the ones organizing events or defining or saying, what event are we going to do? Wellness event, health event, learning event, it's them. So they organize anywhere from sports fest, fun activities like Halloween. They have simple, once a week, they offer coffee, taho, or something just to get together. Get their mind off, let's say, purely work. And then the 3M Club said, hey, we realized that people have varying interests, but they're just too shy to get self-organized. So we provided an avenue where people with common interests like photography, dancing, singing, musical instruments, or sports, volleyball, basketball, and we came out, I think, 12 clubs, interest groups. They self-organized. What we do is just give them a Kickstarter budget, less than $1,000 a year. Just to give them some seed money for coffee or playing time at the court. And dividends that give you big time. Then people across the department get to know each other and go for things that they're very interested outside work.